Hey guys, before you get started, make sure that you have a board, marker, and eraser, or paper and a pencil. You will need it for today's video. So go ahead and pause the video if you do not have those items. All right, so if you have your items, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We are going to go ahead and what I want you to do is follow along with me as I read the rounding wrap, and I'm gonna be using this example, 13,958. You do not need to write this example down. I just want for your eyes to be on your screen watching me do this. So for this problem, we're gonna be rounding to the nearest thousands place. So if we're rounding to the nearest thousands place, this is what you would see. Mark the place, look to the right. 4 or less are out of sight. If this is rounding to the nearest thousands place and I'm looking to the right, is our 9 4 or less? Nope. So we move on to the next line. 5 and up will buy one more. So I'm going to buy one more. And when I buy one more, I'm putting a +1 above where I have marked. Before they too are out the door. Anything to the right of the place value that I've marked is out the door. So we're going to cross it out. In those empty right-hand spaces, zeros take their proper spaces. So these things that are marked out, they're replaced with zeros. Anything to the left of the place value that we've marked, we're just going to copy down exactly what's there. So that's a 1, we're going to write a 1. Now we're going to look here. 3 + 1 is 4. We're going to write a 4 right underneath it. Comma. What did we replace that 9 with? A 0. What did we replace that 5 with? A 0. What did we replace that 8 with? A 0. So our new number, 13,958, rounded to the nearest thousands place, is 14,000. So what we're going to do for the next 3 examples, these blue boxes, what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you where you are going to be rounding to. You're going to follow the same rounding wrap, and on your board or your paper, you're going to round to whatever place value I'm telling you that you need to be writing it down, rounding it down to. So this number is 14,765. You need to go ahead and write that on your board or your paper if you have not already. For this activity, you are going to be rounding to the nearest thousands place. So you need to think in your brain which of these digits is in the thousands place. Go ahead and pause this video and round this number to the nearest thousands place. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what the correct answer is. So you need to be checking your board or your paper to make sure that you've done this correctly. Rounding to the nearest thousands place. Mark the place, look to the right. 4 or less are out of sight. Is 7 4 or less? Nope. 5 and up will buy one more. Check your paper, check your board. Did you put a +1 above where you've marked? Before they too are out the door. Everything's out the door to the right of where you've marked. In those empty right-hand spaces, zeros take their proper spaces. So we're going to rewrite our new number. We're just going to copy everything down. 1 stays a 1. 4 + 1 equals a 5. And then we got our comma. 7 turns into a 0. 6 turns into a 0. 5 turns into a 0. Our new number is 15,000. Let's get a little bigger. 96,813. I want for you to round this to the nearest hundreds place. Hundreds place. So determine which of these digits is rounded to the nearest hundreds place. Pause the video and go ahead and solve. Okay, now we're back and we're going to be checking our answer. We're rounding 96,813 to the nearest hundreds place. The digit that's in the hundreds place is the 8. Mark the place, look to the right. 4 or less are out of sight. Okay, here we go. Is a 1 4 or less? Yep, it sure is. 5 and up, we'll buy one more. Before they too are out the door. If it's 4 or less, we're leaving this marked place value alone. In those empty right-hand spaces, zeros take their proper spaces. Everything to the left of where we've marked stays the same. You're just carrying it down. The 8 is going to stay the same because we did not put a +1. That 1 turned into a 0. That 3 turned into a 0. Our number is 96,800. Round to the nearest hundreds place. Okay, last one. We're in the hundred thousands place now. Our number is 737,914. I want for you to round this to the nearest hundreds place. Round this to the nearest hundreds place. Pause the video and go ahead and solve. All right, now you're back. Let's look for our answer. We are rounding 737,914 to the nearest hundreds place. Our 9 digit is in the hundreds place. Mark the place, look to the right. 4 or less are out of sight. Is that 1, 4 or less? Sure is. We're going to leave everything alone. We can even skip this line of our song if we wanted to. Before they too are out the door. In those empty right-hand spaces, zeros take their proper spaces. We're just going to copy everything down. That's supposed to be a 7. 3, then we got our other 7, comma, our 9 stays a 9. We did not add a +1. So 9 stays the same, but our 1 turned into a 0. Our 4 turned into a 0. Let's try to fix this 7 a little bit. So our new number, 737,900. That is rounded to the nearest hundreds place. If you missed any of these while we were practicing, I want for you to rewind this video and solve again. Please practice so that you are ready for your exit ticket. Great job today.